more chances, that opening pass certainly set a tone. Maybe a turnover, but I don't think it'll stop them from trying again the rest of this game.
Ray. 5-9.
After the turnover, here's Herbert. And the Jags get to him as down he goes. And they need to work to at least get some of this yardage back after the sack. 2nd and 19. Here's Herbert. That's caught at the 25. And he makes it all the way down to the 19. A big play that time for Cleveland. 43 yards. So here's a 1st and 10 now down inside the 20. A play fake, and now Herbert to throw. Throw to the right, hauled in by Addison. And he is into the end zone. Touchdown, Cleveland. Jordan Addison, his 4th touchdown on the year. And the Browns use the early turnover to get on the board first here in this one. Extra point by Gay is up and good. And it's now a 7-0 game. The kickoff unit is out on the field, and they will send this one away. And no chance to see a return on the dynamic kickoff. They'll move this out to the 30-yard line. Jaguars come to the line to start their next drive. They threw an interception the first time they had the football, wound up leading to a touchdown the other way. How do you approach drive number 2?
Going back to your game plan coming in, everyone has matchups that they like better than others. Where they think they have an advantage, dial up some of those plays. Try and go to those spots and get your offense moving.
He'll get just a yard on the scramble. It's 2nd down.
I think the defense surprised him there with that blitz on 1st down, but give him credit. Stayed cool under pressure and still found a way through the extra rushers for positive yardage. Well done.
Hurt. 60 Maverick. Buffalo 18.
Ritter to throw it. Eluding the pressure right. And seeing nowhere to throw, he chucks this one away from harm. Incomplete. Now it's 3rd down. You look at this Browns defense. Right now they're ranked number 29 in the NFL against the pass. So 4th from the bottom, Charles.
And I think you're going to see some changes in the offseason, whether it's through the draft, free agency, maybe even both. They definitely need some help in the secondary.
Looking to throw it here. Ritter. And he can't escape, and down he goes. And how about this? 4th and long, and they're going to go for it. They're going for this. Here's Ritter. And he'll get this one way up just shy of the 45-yard line.
First and 10 at the 44-yard line.
Street. Dragon 60. 19 tight.
They just do get the playoff as he'll look to throw. And that one drops down, incomplete. Good coverage there, forced the ball free, and it's 2nd down. The Jaguars at 500, 7-7 on the year. Well, they were losers last time out, trying to turn things around here in this one.
And it always helps to have a home crowd behind you, giving you encouragement as long as you give them something good to cheer about. So, you know, they just want to come out and play well for their faithful, and I expect them to do just that.
Here's 2nd and 10.
Hey, smash.
One back in the backfield, he'll get the carry. And he takes this one down almost all the way to the 30. Good yardage as he rumbles for 24 and a first.
Well, partner, I have to say they called him in the right defense there. Nickel set, 5th defensive back on the field, and they love to run against that because now you typically get a bigger blocker on a smaller defender.
Yeah, because those DBs like you, they want the interception. They're not as worried about the running play, right?
Not at all. And I still remember being in school, and one of my offensive line teammates used to say, boy, I'd love to come downfield and hit you little people.
Good run there. Off the play fake, it's Ritter. He'll buy some time right. That is incomplete.
Excellent defensive effort to get to him and provide a little contact before the catch could be made cleanly.
Second and 10.
19 Tiger, 19 Tiger. Set. Hut, hut.
A first carry now. This is Alvin Kamara. And here's another tackle made at the line. So they're converging well on the football now. No gain on that one as it brings up a 3rd and 10. You look at this Browns defense. And they're currently 21st, Charles, in the NFL against the run.
And stopping the run, that's been an issue for them all season long. Aren't you glad that you're not coaching the defense right now?
I'm very glad. They said that they've seen it in doses, but very, very small doses.
Yeah, you've got to be consistent. It's down in and down out, being able to play it, understand what you have to get done, and finally stop some people, put them on the ground.
So just 3 yards on the completion there. And that's going to bring up a 4th down.
Hawk 70, Hawk, chap 60, chap 60. Here we go, 18, Pioneer.
Thornton, the motion man right. Going for it on 4th down. It's Ritter. That's to his running back, complete. And he'll be taken down, but he does have first down yardage. Ritter going to change it up. Under pressure, and he'll go down. They'll sack him on what ought to be the final play of this first quarter. After one, 7-0 on EA Sports. Second quarter now from Jacksonville, and it's the Jags with the football as they've got it with a 2nd and 14 upcoming.
Let's go. Bronco 80. Go street.
One back in the backfield, he'll get the carry. And he is going to be stopped cold behind the line of scrimmage. 1 yard is the loss. They back up even further to a 3rd and 15.
An interesting and intriguing decision there defensively because they kept extra DBs on the field despite seeing the multiple tight end look that came out for the offense.
I thought they were going to switch out of it. I didn't know if they felt they didn't have time or what the case was.
Well, in any event, the extra speed allowed for great penetration as they stuffed that one behind the line of scrimmage.
3rd and 15 here after the 1st and 2nd down plays went in the wrong direction.
60 Maverick, 60 Maverick. Check smash, check smash.
Ritter now. Oh, it's intercepted. A drive killer there. And the Browns are going to get it back here just shy of the 20. Well, when you start thinking of guys that are in the mix for Defensive Player of the Year, I think you use him as Exhibit A. Maybe he's not the leading guy right now, but he's at least on the periphery and deserves to be in the discussion.
And because of that, he's looking at a game today where in order to make that big move and maybe become the guy, he needs multiple takeaways, multiple big plays, things that get our attention and reverberate for weeks to come.
He's going to launch this thing way downfield. And now this is intercepted. My goodness. And he will take this across midfield and down to the 48-yard line. Unfortunately for him, if last week was any indication, we knew a pick was coming at some point. Last week it was interception after interception, and here we go again.
We actually quit counting last week at a certain point because I thought I was going to run out of fingers, all right, because I'm not all that skilled as a mathematician. But you're right. It felt like a matter of time, and you got to think the guys on defense, they couldn't wait for this opportunity after what they saw on tape.
Slot man moves right. Trying to shake off the interception from the last drive. He'll look to throw. He'll get just a yard on the scramble. It's second down.
Only a short game there, but that's okay if you're the offense. They brought a lot of pressure at him, and he uses athleticism to at least get back to the line and make second down a lot shorter than it was looking for a moment.
Now 2nd and 9. Now a handoff running through the middle.
Well, they nearly sprung him that time as he takes this all the way down to the 37.
Line of scrimmage, the 37 on 1st and 10.
Going play action. Ritter.
Rush coming, and he's taken down.
Foyesade Aluakin.
Make that now 8 sacks for him on the season. Sacks a growing theme in this first half. This is 2nd and long.
18 Cardinal, 18 Cardinal. 60 Bobcat, 60 Bobcat.
On play action, here's Ritter.
And he takes a shot on the release as this will be incomplete. The pressure really ratcheting up. They get the sack on 1st down, then a near sack. They got to him there just as it was leaving his hand.
Yeah, they might need to change their pass protection scheme a little bit. Maybe bring another guy into the backfield to help protect the quarterback because that was awfully close.
The Jaguars on 3rd down. 0 for 3 to this point. They could use a conversion. This is 3rd and 17.
Dragon 60.
Here's Ritter.
And he comes back with one complete. And this play going to be stopped in its tracks at the 32, and obviously well short of the 1st down.
19
Bring us up 4th down.
Hurt. 19 tight, 19 tight.
Ritter looking to throw here on 4th.
And it's going to be batted down, and will go the other way with the football. The Jags come up empty on 4th down, and this Browns defense stands tall. The Browns drive about to get started.
And for this offense, Charles, you got to think kind of crucial here to put something together on this drive, because remember last time out they threw the interception on the very first play.
And you can't afford to let this defense keep building any more momentum. They're playing awfully well, and they're awfully confident right now. To me, it's time to attack and take some of that momentum back, but make sure you're selective in doing so. Understand where you want to throw the football and make sure it's open before the ball leaves your hands.
Only gets 3 yards there on the heels of the 1-yard pickup. Sets up 3rd and 6. Just not a whole lot of room to operate there on that carry.
No, not at all. They did a really nice job staying in their proper places and not allowing any lanes to open up.
They don't need to run another play here before the 2-minute warning. Let's see if they do it anyway.
They run for the first time with Ty Chandler.
And a pretty nice tackle there, ranging up from his free safety spot as he'll stop him about a yard short. It's a pickup of 6, but it's not going to be enough. And the punt team's going to be summoned on 4th down. They'll try and run for it. He will have the first down as he's brought down up near midfield. A big roll of the dice on 4th and 1, but it pays off. They convert. I love those plays. 4th and 1, that's who wants it more, this time the offense.
Yeah, there's a lot of hooting and hollering in there, right? A lot of contact and a lot of collisions as they try and find some space. Who's going to drop their hips, gain leverage, and move the other side backwards? We saw it there for the offense getting it done.
And he'll go down, but not before getting this inside the 30. Good work after the catch. Going to net him 23 and a first. Up the middle they go. Donald. And he'll manage to pick up about 4. It's 2nd down.
And that was a quality play to start a new set of downs. That was simply an offensive line winning the battle up front and winning in a big way and giving their guy in the backfield a nice lane to hit.
They'll keep it on the ground. Donald. And he still has yet to get on track in this first half as they're going to stop him behind the line. And now we've got flags down. Looked like one of the Browns might have moved. So the false start certainly doesn't help matters as they'll try again now. 3rd and long. Now a handoff up the middle. Donald. The Jaguars going to go ahead and use their first timeout as they get the stoppage with a little over 50 seconds to go in the first half. Gay's kick is good.
So he's been automatic to this point of the season, and he connects on the field goal there.
And what a luxury it is to have a kicker you can depend upon, partner, because he hasn't missed all year long. Converts on that one as well. And kudos to you. You didn't jinx him.
And no run back forthcoming, so this will come out to the 30.
The Jacksonville offense set to begin their next drive.
Well, not much time remains here in this first half. We'll see if they can get something out of this drive, at least a field goal. They could certainly use it down by 2 scores.
Check. Mustang 19. 18 Rattler. Trap 60. Hook.
Ritter.
Escaping the pressure right.
Downfield and caught by Thornton.
Well, he's going to be out of bounds, but not before he takes it inside the 40. The catch and run going to wind up netting him 33 yards.
And that might be exactly what they needed to wake up this home crowd. They haven't given them much to cheer for so far, and never underestimate the effect the home crowd with you can have on a game.
70 Rangers.
Ritter back to throw.
Sideline throw, it's complete. And a nice job there of keeping the toes inbounds.
If you're running out route, it's likely you're going to end up near the sideline. And what did we just see there?
Toe tap.
You got it. The benefits of practice. Toe tapping, foot dragging, picking it up, and making sure it was a catch.
19 Lions. Warriors 70. Ready.
Back to throw, Ritter.
And now this one may draw a penalty. He just blindly threw that one to the sideline. And, yep, indeed, the flag is out. So now it's 3rd and long, because remember, they also lose a down on the grounding call.
Come on, set. Come 19, come 19. Bronco 80. Go.
From the gun, they'll try to run it.
And he'll cross over out of bounds right at the 25.
The defense shaking their heads, not aggressive enough, and they allow them to convert a 3rd and 18.
That right there, a good sign for a team that's had trouble converting 3rd down so far this year. They're in the bottom 5 in the NFL, but they come through there.
Yeah, and I bet if we put our guy Marvin on the case and say, Marvin, tell us where they rank on 3rd and what, right? I bet they're in the top 5 in the league on 3rd and 5, 3rd and 6, 3rd and 7 or more, because that's how you end up not converting. Just too much yardage to pick up on 3rd down.
On 1st down, he'll drop to throw. And he's going to be taken down here. A sack back at the 32. Now the Jags will use the 2nd of their timeouts as they'll stop the clock with 24 seconds to go in this first half. They come up on 2nd and long, and the pass protection just has not been there this afternoon.
And here's a handoff out of the gun.
Oh, he breaks a tackle, and he's got an alley. And they'll have it in the red zone before he crosses over out of bounds.
63 yards rushing for him as he has been tough to stop here in this first half.
So from 2nd and long, now we go to 3rd and very manageable.
Yeah, they love that phrase, don't they? Because as an offensive coordinator, you can keep people a little bit off balance and guessing because you don't have to throw it. You can come back with a strong run game if you want to. And if you're in 4-down territory, that really opens things up for you.
Well, they gave themselves options there on the 3rd down play and were able to convert on that RPO.
Shows a lot of trust with the guy taking the snap, doesn't it? Because you're counting on him to make the right reads and give the ball where it's supposed to go. And he did on that play.
Here we go. Take go.
Now on 1st down, he'll drop to throw it. And he just throws this one away. Smart decision here this close to the end zone, and it brings up 2nd down.
Well, this is a half where not just the coverage, but the entire defense is setting the tone in this game.
Let's go.
Now a 2nd and 10.
Dragon 60. 18 Cardinal. Hey, smash.
They'll drop to throw. Flush to his right. And now they're inside the 10 as he's brought down at the 9. Time for a break. We've hit halftime. 2 quarters down. 2 still remain. We step aside. This is the NFL on EA Sports. And we welcome you back now. Alongside Charles Davis, I'm Brandon Gaudin, getting set for quarter number 3 here.
10-0 is our score as we get started again on EA Sports. And he'll be tackled just shy of the 25. The Cleveland offense ready to go. We have not seen much on offense here from either side these last few drives. We've hit a wall, so to speak.
And have hit it hard, haven't we? Because the defenses right now, they seem to be a step ahead, don't they? Beating them to the point of attack, beating them to the punch. These offensive guys, they're tinkering like crazy. What's it going to take to get back on track?
Yeah, both sides searching for adjustments. Officially nothing on that last run. They'll try again, 2nd and 10. They'll keep it on the ground. Donald. And he's able to plow forward up to about the 29, just shy of the 30. 5 yards. Now it's 3rd and 5.
Running lanes run a premium in the first half, but he's able to find some room there, and he's hoping that that's a precursor of a big second half.
They'll need 5 on this play to move the sticks. And they'll send the tight end in motion here. On 3rd down, Donald. And he'll be taken down, but he does have first down yardage. A strong 8 yards will keep this drive rolling. Line of scrimmage, the 37 on 1st and 10. They'll try the left side. Donald. Now that play is blown up, losing yardage back at the 35. Up the middle they go. Donald. 3 yards on the pickup there, but they've only got it back to 3rd and 10.
Sometimes with the running game, you've just got to stick with it. Look, it's the 3rd quarter, no time to panic. But that also doesn't mean you just do it the same way you've been doing it the entire ball game. Maybe change up some blocking assignments or run a few different plays, but stay with the overall essence of the running game.
On 3rd down, Donald. Now that play is blown up, losing yardage back at the 35. Now look at this, 4th and 12, and they're going to line up to go for it.
How about this? They'll change it at the line.
Here we go on 4th. Herbert.
He's going to get that to his running back out of the backfield.
And he'll have it past midfield almost to the 40 before being taken down. Defensively, a bit of a collapse, allowing the 4th down play to result in 23 yards.
Now a handoff to Chandler.
This will be stopped about 2 yards shy of the marker. 8-yard gain, 2nd and 2.
Looks to me like maybe there's a little attrition setting in with this drive, because when you see that type of a run, I get the feeling the defense getting a little bit tired.
And that's the last thing they need, especially when they look up at the scoreboard.
They run it with Chandler.
And he'll be brought down at the 27-yard line. 6 yards to pick up, and that's a 1st down.
Yeah, once more, strong running, excellent blocking at the point of attack. They've got a nice little drive brewing right here.
On 1st down, Donald, and he went backwards. He'll be down at the 30. That loss of 3, a rare stumble on a promising drive. Here's 2nd and 13. They'll try the left side. Donald, about 3 yards there to the 27. Now, they struggled to get him rolling on the ground in the first half, and that's sort of continuing here in the 3rd quarter.
Yeah, but I don't think it's time to abandon the running game. I would say keep feeding the horse, and I believe he'll eventually reward them, especially as we get deeper in the game.
Here's 3rd and 10.
Hey, go Lion. Set.
Now Chandler.
And he's going to be stopped up right at the line of scrimmage. No gain on the play there, and it'll bring up 4th down. Matt Gay now gets ready for the field goal try. And Gay knocks this one through, and that will extend their lead even further.
Well, they picked up right where they left off in the first half. First drive after the break, they come away with 3 and increase that lead.
Yeah, and you just want to keep building on that lead, don't you? Whether it's 6 points or 3 points, take everything you can get, keep maneuvering, keep adding to it, keep making it difficult for them to come back.
The Browns kicking team out there now as they'll send this one away.
And no run back here. That's going to be a touchback, and we'll bring it out to the 30-yard line. Jaguars come to the line to start their next drive. And their deficit a little wider now than it was at halftime following the field goal a moment ago.
But the goal is still the same because you know they want to come out, establish a rhythm in the second half, and get going. Make no mistake about it, though. Kicking field goals, not in their game plan. They need to get the ball in the end zone.
And that is not what you expect from a receiver of his caliber. Sometimes you get a little ahead of yourself. You don't look it in, and all of a sudden it's on the ground. A surprise to all.
Trying the left side with Kamara. And he goes out right around the 39. 9 yards, not quite enough, and they'll be left now with 3rd and 1. So they just need 1 yard here to pick up the first down.
79 Broncos.
Ritter with it after the play fake. Rolling to his right. And incomplete. He had nowhere to throw, so he just tossed it away. But that brings up 4th.
His impatience has to be bubbling over, trying to find a way to get his team to the end zone for the first time. He did find a way to break, contain, and get outside to buy his receivers a little extra time, but the connection couldn't be made on that throw.
And how about this one now? In their own territory, a gutsy call. They're going to go for this on 4th and a yard.
18 Rattler. 70 Lion. Check.
Here we go with Kamara. And I'm not sure he got there. Did they stop him? They did. Boy, a curious decision to go for it. Doesn't pan out. And the Browns are going to get this thing back. Excellent field position. So from the 39 now, they'll come up on a 1st and 10. Justin Herbert looking to pass. He's going to let this go. Back of the end zone. And this is going to be intercepted. And the Jags are going to have the football here at their own 18-yard line. Yet another interception, and I just had to double-check my math. But it is now 8 between last week and this week.
Well, I just used a calculator. I didn't worry about double-checking it. But the thing that always throws me when you see quarterbacks in this type of a bad spot, they're trying to figure out what they can do to change it, and sometimes they try too hard, and they never get out of it. And that's where he is right now. He's just locked in a really bad way.
The Jacksonville offense set to begin their next drive. And last time, went for it on 4th, didn't get it. We'll see if they can pick themselves up off the mat and do better this go-around.
Sometimes I have this vision of coaches writing notes to themselves before a game. And sometimes that note says, be aggressive, stay aggressive. Maybe that's what we saw in the last possession.
Yeah, they were very aggressive this time. And that's caught inside the 30. And he takes this way down deep into Cleveland territory. Now a 1st down carry. It's Kamara. And he is met at the line of scrimmage, and he goes down right there. No gain on the play. It'll be 2nd down. So nothing there that time, and maybe you need to look to the O-line. They weren't able to create any space.
No, they weren't, and you know as well as I do, as many offensive line coaches we've ever met, I think that'll be addressed loudly when those guys get to the sideline.
And they're usually loud and big. Officially nothing on that one, no gain, so they're left with still 10 to go on 3rd down. Maybe I'm wrong, but it looked like even if he had opted to keep that, I don't think there was going to be much to gain.
Seemed like it was perfectly defense. And know what they say? Those guys on the other side, they get paid too.
Oh, this will be incomplete. The rush gets home just as he was letting that go. That could have been worse. Instead, it's 4th down. Boy, the numbers throwing the football just not trending in the right direction. Last week, he was under 50%. He's under 50% again here.
And we haven't gotten an announcement, but it appears to me that he might be a little dinged up and is just trying to play through. You know, he's one of those tough guys that wants to answer the bell each and every play for his team. That might be throwing off his accuracy.
Well, the 3 points certainly helps, but you feel like, Charles, at this stage of the game, when you force those turnovers, you need to start converting them into touchdowns.
Yeah, I'm a little bit surprised myself because I thought in this situation they were thinking end zone or bust. Now they got to rely on their defense to get the ball back again for another opportunity to get 6 points.
The Browns drive about to get started. The last drive for this offense, Charles, you remember it ended in one play, that quick interception, but they do still have the lead as they start this drive here.
And that's something to focus on for them as well, because it's not quite no harm, no foul. But the interception, hey, shake it off, move on. Hasn't cost your team the lead.
Now 2nd and 7 from the 23. They'll keep it on the ground. Donald, and he'll get about 3 up past the 25.
And this is the worry, because sometimes you get a little too predictable in spots like this. You know you're going to run the ball, but they know you're going to run the ball as well. And now you look up and you're staring at an important 3rd down.
Powerful running. And they're able to get this one across the 35. It's a gain of 10, and the Browns are going to get a 1st down.
Well, it is our business to analyze what we saw out there. And on that play, I saw a defense staying in base, not taking a chance, not blitzing in a situation where they absolutely need the football back. That's either a case of overthinking it or not thinking it through.
If you do blitz, do you have to be careful about where you're coming from, or are you just coming from all angles?
You have to be careful about where you're coming from, obviously. But at this stage, you have to take a few chances as well.
Sliding out of the pocket. And he wisely will throw that one away.
Well, you know me, whether you need it or not, I'm going to give a little unsolicited advice. Just throw it downfield out of the pocket only if you're absolutely sure. Otherwise, use your running ability and try and get those yards a safer way.
On 3rd down, Donald. And he will get him down a couple yards shy of the 1st down marker. A nice tackle coming up from his free safety spot. Oh, they're changing this at the line. They snap it to Herbert. Pass taken in by his big tight end. And taking it across midfield and just shy of the 40. How about them biting on 15 yards there on the 4th down attempt and keeping the drive alive? They'll run on 1st down. Donald, and he is going to lose yardage here. Now, this has been a good march down the field, but now they're stuck looking at a 2nd and 14. They'll try the left side. Donald pushes him over. And he'll be out just a yard or 2 shy of the 30. 55 yards rushing for him now in the ball game. The Browns on 3rd down, lacking much success, just 2 for 7 to this point. They're up against a 3rd and 1 situation. And not able to break away this time as they're going to stop him right around the line of scrimmage. And no move to get the offense off the field. They'll stay put on 4th and 1. Going absolutely nowhere. They'll wind up losing a yard or 2. The Browns unable to move the chains on 4th down. And this 11-play drive is going to lead to nothing on the scoreboard. Jaguars come to the line to start their next drive. And last time able to get 3. It's not what they wanted. They wanted 6, but they got at least something. They mustered something out of the drive.
They'll take it. I like the way you've described it. Not ideal, but they'll take it. Anything to put some points on the board. But this time on offense, they don't even want to see the field goal kicker trot on the field. They want that ball in the end zone.
Yeah, they'll be going for 6. Here's 2nd and 10 now from about the 32. Ritter off the play fake. Blitz coming, and down he goes. They push him back 8 yards that time on 2nd down. And that CD, another sack for the young rookie linebacker. Well, getting after the quarterback certainly has not been much of a problem here in his rookie season.
It certainly hasn't, Brandon. And the instincts that have made him a great tackler, I think coupled along with some film study and some great anticipation, That's also made him a great pass rusher as well.
Now on 3rd and long, they'll look to throw. He's got him in, complete. Through the middle of the field. Touchdown, Jaguars. A great effort there. 75 yards. And the Jaguars have made it a one-score game again here in the 4th.
No, we're not cheering. No, we're not rooting. But I am excited about this, and I know you are too. We got a ball game again after that big-time strike.
Big-time strike, and you are right. Don't go anywhere yet. This thing's not done.
The extra point up and good by Aubrey.
And now things get a bit more interesting here in this 4th quarter.
So after the touchdown, Aubrey now to kick this one away.
And they will not get a chance to return this one as it's through the end zone for a touchback.
The Cleveland offense ready to go.
That last touchdown has made this really tight. They're clinging now to this slim lead. The second half, they only have a field goal. This offense needs to kick it into gear.
And right now, I'm looking directly at the field general, at the quarterback, because to me, he's got to take over right now. By word, pumping his team up, and then, of course, by deed with his play. My high school coach used to say that all the time. Laddie, take over by word and deed.
And deed means action.
Exactly.
And he'll have it past midfield almost to the 40 before being taken down. That's what we're used to seeing from him right there. Plays like that, why he's number 4 in the league in terms of receiving yardage.
Able to make adjustments all along the way. Doesn't matter where he lines up, where he releases from. Working his way into the secondary, figures out defenses and finds weak spots in order to get open.
He's got this to Williams, complete.
And they're going to be set up down around the 15-yard line. Not totally home free yet, but it's looking good as they come up 1st and 10. They're going to pass here with Herbert. Flushed out right. And down inside the 10 here before he's out of bounds right around the 7.
I did like his decision-making there to make sure they picked up something instead of forcing a throw. Now they've got more manageable play coming up to try and pick up the first down. And don't rule out the possibility that he just keeps it and runs again.
They'll try and run some clock here as they keep it on the ground. And he'll take it into the end zone for a Browns touchdown. A great play there.
His 12th rushing touchdown on the year. And the Browns are able to build on to their 4th quarter lead.
Extra point by Gay is up and good. And his guys will take a 10-point lead. Set now to kick this one away, and off it goes.
And here comes a return from a few steps into the end zone. And he's going to be stopped cold. Good coverage there by the kick team to bring that return to an abrupt halt. This is 1st and 10.
60 Bobcat, 60 Bobcat. Here we go, here we go. Riggs. Track at 60.
Here's Ritter.
Now a desperation throw deep downfield. And that's caught inside the 30. And all the way down to the 22-yard line.
All 3 timeouts still remain. Keep that in mind. They prefer to use them on the defensive end. But here's 1st and 10.
He's second in the NFL in interceptions, and you understand why. He plays a game of great intelligence, understands positioning, and has a great ability to break on the football when it's in the air.
So fun to watch his closing speed, and another example of it on that play.
Now Ritter.
And this is caught for a touchdown. So hang on now. Things just got a little bit more interesting here in the final minute. Okay, game on. Don't go anywhere yet. You got a 1-score game now. Probably going to rely on the onside kick coming up.
Yeah, they have to. It's not a high percentage play, but it's better than not having a chance at all. And that's when you put your leapers and your flyers on one side, get that high hop, and hope that one of the guys can come up with it.
And on the other side, get that hands team ready.
No doubt about it.
Aubrey good with a PAT.
And now things get a bit more interesting here in this 4th quarter. So with just under 40 seconds to go, you figure this is going to need to bounce their way if they have any shot. And this is going to be recovered by the hands team. And that should just about put a capper on this one. And that's why you have your hands team out there on the field. Those are the best guys ready to make that play.
And let's face it, it was executed well. It wasn't a bad kick. It wasn't anything like that. Just that the normal outcome actually came to play. Analytics will tell you it's a very low possibility of getting the ball for the team kicking it in an onside kick situation.
You're all about the numbers, aren't you?
All about the numbers, baby. It's a new game now.
They don't lie. The Browns drive about to get started. And 3 timeouts remaining here defensively, but really not much reason. There he goes, right side.
Still going inside the 20.
And he's across for the touchdown. And in the final minute, that should just about seal it. Here's Gay now to add the extra point. And his guys will take a 10-point lead.
Next to score from 27, Jaguars 17.
The Browns kicking team out there now as they'll send this one away.
And not willing to risk a return. This ball's going to come out to the 30-yard line. They'll come up 1st and 10 here.
Ready? Roll! Go!
Ritter looks to throw it.
Under a heavy rush, and down he goes.
They'll come up now. This is 2nd and long. A final shot now for Ritter.
Under pressure, they got him again. And now we'll get a timeout here. They're able to stop it with 1 second to go in this game. On 3rd down, here's Kamara. And just shutting him off there. And they'll bring him down at the 27-yard line. So Cleveland able to come away with the victory here.